Hello, and good evening. How are we this fine Friday before a Buffalo Bills-less Sunday? I'm good. Going on, Ice Wolf? How you doing, man? Ice Wolf, I can tell you our Twitch channel has run out of artists' designations. Otherwise, you would also have the paintbrush next to your name. My dear friend, I don't want you to think we don't think of you, but we're only allotted 10. But as soon as we get everything else done, don't worry, sir, you will have a brush next to your name as well. So, eventful day yesterday. Today, since we are sold out of all of our products, we are just pre-selling Dragons and the Monster Mash. We are just going to open up a couple of extra things today. Craig, what's going on? Sean, speaking of talented artists, ladies and gentlemen, Sean the Sketch Ghoul MacArthur is joining us live and direct. Craig bought some Panini Golden Age. We're going to open that for him. In addition, for ourselves, DCD Collects, we're going to open up some Legacy because, as you know, and if you don't know, I'm about to tell you, these rookies are as advertised. Listen, you know I don't lie to you. I told you that these rookies were going to be nasty, that everybody was, what's going on, Paul? Everybody was sleeping on this draft, thinking about next year's. We are doing good. Paul Maitland, Paul, listen. Buddy, I'm so excited for your art in this upcoming Monster Mash. Now, I know I'm not supposed to play favorites, and I won't, but goodness gracious, your stuff in person is mind-blowing. Take that for what it's worth. And I'm not knocking any of the other artists that are involved, but my goodness, Paul Maitland stepped up. Let me take a peek at my levels real quick because it looks like my white balance is a little off. And indeed, I am correct. There we go. There it is. Let's move that focus a little too. I would love for this stuff to save, but it is a jerk. Oh, you are welcome. You are welcome. That's good. All right, there. Now, see, that's a little bit better. Now we've got the right color. Now we're not so flush. Beauty. So, to get things started, I'm going to move my microphone. All right, there. All right, so to get things started, we are going to crack open 2022 Legacy, 2 autographs per box on average. These are staying in-house. We are opening this simply for content. Everything is content. The cup I posted today was from the Legacy you broke from. I saw you posted something for the resident Rams fan, and as soon as I saw resident Rams fan, Ice Wolf, I just didn't look. I love your work, but I know it's not intended for me. BT Dub, for those who are wondering, this is not football. I know most of you in California don't know, but there's a sport called hockey, very similar to soccer, but it has contact and sticks. And the nets are just a little bit smaller. This is number 26 of the Buffalo Sabres, Rasmus Dahlin, who is just broke the record. First time in NHL history. A defenseman has scored a goal in all 4 of the first games of the season. A feat not normally done in 2 or 3, let alone 4, which is a new record. So shout out to the Sabres, who, like I told you yesterday, would be last year, but would come around this year, ultimately pushing for playoffs in 2024. And goodness gracious, it looks like they're at a really good start. Enough about hockey. We got foosball. All right, good luck to me. If you guys want to get in the action, we do have boxes available, dcdcollects.com. You already know. Amongst some other things, there's Mike Vick, Barry, John Mechie. John Mechie, as we discussed yesterday, recovering from leukemia and expected to join the team next year. Shout out to Mechie and his recovery. And this stud, Sauce Gardner. Sauce is arguably the best of the bunch. This man's versus passer rating is like 40. He's a beast. Ovi is like 20 goals from beating Hal for number 2 and 113 from taking Gretzky's record. So 4 more years he'd get Gretzky. I don't see Ovi playing for 4 more years, but I see him taking Gordy this year. Brian Robinson, as we know, in August was shot 3 times in the leg and buttocks, but came back with a vengeance to start his first game last week. Good old B-Rob. You know, who would think somebody named Ice Wolf would know anything about hockey? You know, I feel that it might be a little bit too dark. Let's roll that back a little bit. What's going on, Brent? How you doing, man? Let's roll that back a little bit. Me no likey. There we go. There we go. It was at 5. I put it at 7. Let's agree on 6. Jameson Williams, when he gets healthy, he's going to be an absolute monster. Listen, based on just the rookies we've seen so far, I already like this box. Isaiah Likely. McLaurin out of $1.50. Everybody should check their email. Almost everyone has all of their items shipped to them as of today. The only person who doesn't is Craig because he placed another order. And I'm just going to put it all in one. What's going on, Chef? How you doing, buddy? Oh, just opening some foosball. Desmond Ritter. Mariota's doing his thing. But Ritter is cut from the same cloth. Definitely a scrambler, could do very well. Speaking of, there's a mini. It's a mini Ritter. It's a Ritter Jr. Tiny Ritter. There you go. Shout out to my Aunt Diane and Uncle Paul who are watching. They're like, whoa, what's that website again? I was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. You know where to find me. So they're for the first time realizing what I do for a living. James Cook, Buffalo. I like it. I like it a lot. I just got a text message. I'm going to assume it's from them. Something good behind B-Rob, so we'll put that there. Anquan. First week you back to sleep. Yeah. Hello, Mel. Hello, Jimmy. Yeah, that's right. Auntie Di and Uncle Paulie are in the mix. Yeah, see, thanks for the shout out. See, told you it was them. Your dad sent a package and put Master David on that. As he should. Oh, wait, from Master David or to Master David? What's going on, Don? How are you doing, man? All right, let's see what's behind Brian Robinson, because it's going to be an auto, because that tells me so from, oh, okay, less cool. All right, survey says, oh, yes. Yes, yes, and yes. Stud running back, Dameon Pierce. This is one I am very happy to see in a box we're opening for ourselves. That is a big boy. I am not mad at that bad boy.
I swear on the soul of my father, Domingo Montoya, you will reach the top alive.
Ain't that the truth, Inigo? B-Rob. They are in New York. The Bus. Ford. Williams. There's another Mechie. Craig, you are up next. Craig grabbed some Golden Age. So we're going to open some Golden Age. And if the Golden Age is anything like what we're pulling so far, it is going to be fantastic. Out of 199, Ty Law, Treylon Burks. I mean, if he doesn't have asthma, he's got injuries. So Don, I am wearing a jersey from your second favorite team in the NHL. Drake London, and then a blue out of 25, Sean Alexander. He's I see. No. Before you ask, it is not Thomas Vanek. It is Rasmus Dahlin. Waiting in the next NHL expansion. Didn't they just expand? I feel like they just expanded to the other jersey I have on the back of my chair right now. Trey McBride, listen, he is stuck behind a pretty dang good tight end. But when this guy gets his opportunity, he's going to show the world why he's the first tight end off the board. Sam Howell. So there's one more autograph to be had. I personally would love it to be a little RPA action. Let's see if I can manifest that destiny. Good choice with Dahlin. I want a Thompson reverse retro. I love the gold ones. Seattle was a couple years ago, wasn't it? Like last year? Trey Walker. TD. Rounds be 2 and 5 after this Sunday. I mean, yeah, probably. Garrett Wilson. Tyquan Thornton had a big game. Romeo Doubs is having a great start to his career as well, out in Green Bay. What is the new retro reverse? I know you'll be able to explain it to me because I speak hockey. Oh, this is the second year? Yeah, T-Shep. I'm so far out of the game. Hurts. Shannon. Strong. Stingley out of 299. That's Kenny Galladay. And Warren Sapp, maker of the Numa Numa dance. Let's get that mini out of the way. Carson Strong, blue, out of only 20. Listen, I know everybody said that it was just an excuse. Goat head logo, Sabres colors. If the goat head this year is good, then two. Oh, nice. Dig it. I know that people said it was an excuse that I said. The only reason the Bills lost was because of the heat in Florida. There's Jim. But listen, nobody is beating the Bills. The Heat in Miami, yes, they had 90 offensive plays. But when you're gassed, you don't move the ball very well. I will stay till my last breath. The Dolphins did not beat the Bills. The Heat did. With that said, it won't happen again. We will decimate them in Buffalo. It will be ugly. We will laugh. And they will cry. And I'm okay with that. Hassan. Khalil Shakir. The pre-orders keep pouring in for Dragons and Monster Mash. That should be a lot of fun for next Friday. Pickens and Malik. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. Steph. I believe that's the other auto. Kayvon Thibodeau. He's pretty dang good. Jalen Tolbert. I mean, at least we got Pierce. This will be a wait and see. All right, last pack. Then we jump over to Craig. I am looking forward to them as well. Oh, thanks, man. Thankfully, only my enthusiasm is infectious. Everything else is rather benign. Lloyd, Malik, and Marcus Allen. All right, there you go. This is all the rookie and numbered love out of that one box. Some base. Super low numbers, and that is the big boy out of that box. Good old Dameon Pierce. And now, Craig, the moment you've been waiting for. '14 Panini Golden Age. For those who are not familiar, it is technically a baseball product. But we are going to find autographs from some of the greatest television stars of last century. Ooh, you got a big box topper too. Craig likes some big. All right, bonne chance, mon ami. Baseball Hall of Fame. Nolan Ryan. Ty Cobb. Hey, there is your 1 per box Coco Mini. Green Mondo. Stengel. Lasorda. Connie Mack. Lon Chaney Jr. Bliggity Blanks. MLK Blue Mono. Oh, I dig it, Don. Don sent me a photo. Actually, I'll show you guys. Don sent a photo of the reverse throwback. I'll make sure you can't see any of his info. There you go. I mean, the guy wearing it looks enthused, right? Hey, listen, buddy. If you just smile, we'll give you the damn jersey. No? Okay. Obviously, somebody's mother did not hug them enough. What a rube. Jimmy! Hindu Red. Captain always goes down with his ship, and he did. Gotta respect that. The man walked the walk. Angela Cartwright. Hawaii. Hindu Brown. He did have to change jerseys 32 times. I mean, so you're telling me you don't think that is a green screen jersey and they just superimposed it? Half the rappers will do, man. Jim Thorpe. Dom DiMaggio. Some people will say he was the best of the DiMaggios. Those people would be wrong, but some people will say it. Hindu Red. Gene Tierney. Jackie O. Buddy Holly. Oh boy. Mono Green. Christopher Knight. Patsy. Mommy. Great looking card. Hindu Brown. Liberace. What a happy gentleman. My grandmother loved Liberace. Huge fan. That's how I know who Liberace is. I think it was the gowns and the pageantry. The Nolan Ryan Express, back when it was just the Nolan Ryan Choo Choo. Shoeless, Joe Jackson. Hindu Brown, Jackie Gleason. Funny Man, Fatty Arbuckle, also funny man. Don Knotts, funny man. Ty Cobb, not a pleasant human, but boy, could he run bases. Hindu Brown. Frederick Valentich, terrible pilot. Lee Majors. Dude looks like $1,000,000. King Tut's Tomb. We actually had a conversation about that yesterday. P.T. Barnum. Great movie, horrible human. And stickers. Who doesn't like stickers? There is the unsinkable Molly Brown, the Lusitania, the Titanic, and the captain of the Titanic, who went down with his ship. I believe, wasn't Molly Brown on both of those ships? That's where she got the name Unsinkable? I don't know. I could be making it up. Farrah Fawcett, famous for her hairdo. Uh-oh. Yep, Gary Carter can smell me. That is why you guys are watching me from TV and not live. Gary Carter knows. Ooh. DC, you have tacos? I did. I did have tacos. He knows. He knows. Rube. Brent, I would love to be Indiana Jones. If that means I can also be Harrison Ford, because I imagine he's got better stories than I do. Steve Carlton, Phil Necro, Tom Seaver, and Juan Marchal. This Juan is for you. Stickers, stickers everywhere. The Great Sphinx. And yes, for those who are wondering, the Sphinx does have a tail. Mono Green. Willie! Willie Nelson, known for two things, biodiesel and weed. I don't think he's known for anything else. Cy Young, known for having an award. Ronald Reagan, famous U.S. actor. Howdy Dangle! How you doing, man? Jack Ruby. Small-time gangster, big-time shooter. The Bulldog. Hey now! Marcus Haynes. There's your auto. Nothing like a basketball signature in a baseball product. At least it's not a redemption. Do I like sports being on earlier or later? The answer is yes. Mono Blue. Steve Carlton, Steve Eiserman, and Red Pollard. Surprise! Yeah. Yep. Ulysses S. Grant, famous for being on money. Dizzy Dean, Hindu Brown. Butch. Joey. King Kelly. Dangle, it could always be worse. Alfalfa. Teddy. Sundance Kid. Looks like Sundance got a little boogie. Good old Angie Dickinson. There's Butch Cassidy. You can't have a Sundance without Butch. Bullet Bob Hayes. Don Knotts, Hindu Brown. Hank. Boy, did he like drinking. There's Pat Priest, one of the most beautiful signatures in the entire set. And, she's easy on the eyes, too. I can say that, right? That's not offensive. Vivian Lee. William Randolph Hearst, another horrible human being. Charlton Heston. Ed Delahanty. Jim Thorpe. Haystack. Tatum. I think Tatum O'Neal dated Michael Jackson once. I think that's correct. Knapp. Lloyd, the Dead Sea Scrolls. Wags. Hindu Brown. Geese. Wow. Dang. Patsy Cline relic. I'm not a country fan, but that's a pretty dang impressive piece of material right there. That's actually pretty cool. What's going on, Steven? How you doing, man? Little Patsy Cline action. I'm impressed again. I don't even like country, and that's impressive. Mo Berg. George Brett. Blickety blank, there's Patsy again. Mono Blue. Phil, Frank, and the Logo Man. Getting some dinner. Wanted to pop in and say hello. Hello! Hola, ¿qué pasó? ¿Dónde está Maddie? Boom and boom. Now time for the big dog. Nice. Man, you gotta respect she's going to the gym before we have dinner. All right, your box topper. What's going on, Hellbolt? I love you, man. Joe Medwick. I have no idea. Let's find out together. Affectionately known as Ducky for his waddle-like strut, Medwick led St. Louis to a World Series title in 1934 and garnered MVP honors in 1937 while hitting for the Triple Crown. A hard hitter, Medwick became just the third player to record 30 home runs and 50 doubles in a season in 1937, joining some bum named Lou Gehrig and Chuck Klein. There you go. Hello, Maddie. All right, man. That is Porvu. Man, I love water. It's so good for you. Oh, all right. Who else wants something while I am looking? Yeah, let me get another. Wants and afford, two different things. Yeah, that's true. Thanks, Chef. I am doing amazing. Blah, 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 blah. I'm paraphrasing you, Hellbolt. Paul says, I'm sorry. I was distracted. Somebody challenged me to draw Vincent Price as Doctor Strange. The question is, which doctor? Steven noticed the Dragon boxes are up for pre-sale. When do they go live and break? You can buy them now. I will be opening them, I believe, Friday or Saturday. Friday or Saturday, I believe, is when that's happening. We have already sold 5 of the 25. It is going to be a banger of a box. We got some goodies. I don't have them with me. Trevor took them home to build the boxes so that I don't know what's in them. The Monster Mash box, those extra goodies are here too. MCU version, dig it. I mean, I didn't know if we were talking MCU, I mean, talking 616, talking about Zombie Doctor, Evil Doctor. I think there's 4 or 3 in existence right now, technically, in the multiverse. I would one-up them and be like, it'll be Vincent Price as Zombie Doctor Strange. My one-upmanship. I could do all of them, but I know you could. I know you could. Everybody who hasn't seen Paul's work, again, you need to follow Paul. You have to. He's already shown everybody what's going to be in the box, and believe me, when they're in hand, they're so much nicer than they are scanned. No matter how many DPI he scans them at, they're still way more cooler and have so much more depth in hand. Chef says, I am doing good. I'm ready to teach sophomores to make stock and consume it next week. So I am going to assume you are talking about like soup stock. And Paul's like, besides, I have other stuff to work on. Wink, wink. Oh, I know. I'm aware. There are another, I think, 3 or 4 projects beyond what you all know about already that are already getting started. Our goal is to have something new and original every single week. So you have to tell your friends because you're not going to be able to afford everything yourselves, everybody. So tell the people you like, get them in on this so that we can continue producing them weekly. And then you can pick and choose what you want to buy. Steve says, we will be purchasing a box or 2 of the dragons, but I'd like to formally put a bounty on the Maleficent dragon. If that hasn't happened yet, I have not heard anybody claim the Maleficent dragon. I personally have a bounty on the Necro dragon that Lee Cosi did, because I'm literally the one that gave him the idea to do the Necro dragon. So anybody that pulls that one, I don't necessarily want the other stuff in the box. I simply want the piece of art. And you know, when it comes to trades with me, I make it worth your while. Stephen is formally putting a bounty on the Maleficent dragon. I don't know why, nor who it could be for, but the guess would be for his own Maleficent collection, knowing how deep-rooted his love of Disney is, evident by his gorgeous Disney fairy tale wedding, which his wife in no way had input as to what it would be like. You'd like to hear about these bounties. Dangle, you've personally seen me in action as you being one of the people that has received a bounty of things for the bounty. I believe I was more than fair in your compensation. Just a little bit of tequila. Un poquito. That 2 ounces will last me 2 hours. So I'm good. The Necro Dragon is one of the smaller pieces that Lee did. I am a fan of Dungeons and Dragons. I am a fan of R.A. Salvador and his writings, and he introduced the description of a Necro Dragon, a particular Necro Dragon in the series was actually an object, a summoned dragon that was dormant in an object that was defeated to make a certain somebody very famous. And I always thought the concept was cool. So he's like, I've never drawn one before. This is my interpretation. So yeah, I want it. That is why you've piqued my interest. He's referring to I am very fair when it comes to giving stuff up. Yeah, I'm looking for that one. There are additional things that are going into the boxes. If somebody buys multiples and they don't want duplicates of some of the items that are going into their boxes, I may ask a trade for somebody for that. We haven't released what the extra items are, so I can't tell you. But you'll see. And if somebody orders 3 or 4 boxes, they may not want 3 or 4 copies of what we put in there. So I may try to trade for one of those too. What's going on, gentlemen? Built, how you doing, man? We were just finished opening some football and opening some Golden Age Panini. And now we're talking about stuff that's coming out next week and some of the bounties that have been set. I do know there is an Audrey 2 by Mr. Maitland that Doug is very interested in, so there may be a bounty on Audrey too. Yeah, there's honestly, I would take anything something pretty. What's going on, Detroit? Anything something pretty did is an absolute gem. I would take any of her stuff. While we're at it, there is a few monster mashes that I'm definitely interested traded for. Yes. I love Igor. I love Frankenstein Lee did. Yeah, there's some freaking classics in there too. That's the hardest part of this job is acquiring all this art and going, I don't want to put it in a box. I want to keep it. This is so good. But then I'd be even poorer than I am now. So I gotta put it in the box. Yeah, Monster Mash is going to be great. It's off camera. Some of the extras, it's good. As you can see, it's a very inexpensive box. We're just putting a couple little things in there for fun. The Crypt Keeper, Dango, the Crypt Keeper is so much better than you think it is. But yeah, we're tossing in a couple little extra things, little tiny things, fun, cutesy type items. Nothing too crazy. Somebody alarm's going off. If you're parked in on top of a mountain in Santa Barbara, your alarm is going off. Chef does have to, and he cannot wait. Yeah, actually, I have the updated list. Oh goodness, there's a yawn. Yeah, Craig's got two, Chef's got two, Icewolf's got one. I am absolutely calling you guys out. As far as dragons, I have Craig and Icewolf grabbing one of those. So yeah, they're gonna move. The thing about being poor is you become more grateful and humble and love window shopping. I love cheering for people and spreading the luck. Hellbolt, that is true. You do have all of that correctly stated. Excuse me. I shipped up 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes to go out tomorrow morning. Everybody but Craig is going out. Craig, because your order today, I just didn't want to make 2 boxes. Your stuff is still right there. Plus, I have to get a custom box for you because your album is a little bit bigger than anything I have, and I didn't want to have it be too cramped. So I'm actually going to go buy a box to put your stuff in. We will recycle boxes here, by the way, and I'm sure a lot of you have noticed some of the boxes you've received. We just put our sticker over the old sticker because recycling is huge. So, oh yeah, Chef, I found your box is massive. Well, I'm not massive, but it's 2 parts. It's a tube and a box. I bought heavy duty shipping tubes. I was told don't ship a tube, put the tube in the box. I found 150-pound weight tested tubes. So a 150-pound person could stand on it. Bourbon's box was 39.5 inches by 19.5 inches by 4 inches. It weighed like 16 pounds. It was the most expensive box I've ever sent for this company. Yeah. The 787 cargo plane is en route for Bourbon. Yeah, pretty much. I think he bought 11 boxes until he bought half of the run. Yes, Craig, yours are. Everybody else's prints are rolled. Yours are flat only because I need a big enough box for the album, and the prints are not much bigger than the album. So yours are going to be flat. Everything else, including the Mondo poster, that's all being rolled. You can roll prints. It's just like comic book pages. You don't roll that kind of stock. Mondo posters you can roll. As a matter of fact, Mondo was selling the tubes to roll them at Mondo. So Mondo even said, yes, you can roll our posters. The only things they said don't roll were the... So I'm going to show you one of these posters. This is, I believe, Doug's personal poster. Even though it matched what we were doing, it was super expensive. Well, no, that yours is because there was 4 of them or 3 of them. Individually, there's 3 in here. Individually, no. The Mondo poster, yeah, it was, but I mean, Mondo themselves said we could roll it, so we are. They did say you can't roll this one. Because this is like press rice paper. So they did say don't roll this one. That one is not for sale. That is personal collection for Doug. So, truth be told, we did not expect to sell out yesterday. We expected to have stuff to open today, and that's why we're kind of like, so DC, what do you want to do? I was like, I want to open some football. I was like, I'm gonna take a legacy box for ourselves and open that. And they're like, yeah, that's a great idea. I was like, great, because that's what I'm doing. Let me see. Excuse me. All right, there we go. Good night, Chef. Take care. I will see you tomorrow. Where tomorrow, I believe, I think Trevor's joining us tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure. I know I have some additional, I'm going to do a football break that I'm probably going to put up tomorrow morning. It's going to have one of these bad boys in it. So we were tossing around the idea of if nobody wanted to do a conference break, we may break it into a directional break where it would be 4 people, north, south, east, and west. Speaking of west, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin P. West just joined us as if it was planned. But we would random north, south, east, west, 4 people, and you would own the AFC North and the NFC North, AFC East and NFC East, and so on. Was that a jersey? Oh yeah, we got maybe a couple of these. Couple of these. So we were thinking of doing some first off the line, maybe tossing in one of those legacies and that jersey, randoming the jersey to the one of the 4 people that are in the break, and breaking it into 4 makes it a little more palatable for everybody. So keep an eye out for that. You will see it on social media when we make it live. We might make it live about 5 minutes before social media. So for those who are following the page, we'll see the change. So that's it. I am going to be brutally honest with you. Today, I don't have a lot. Yesterday was a little emotionally draining, as you guys are probably aware. It's not an easy one to get through. 5 Monster Mash and 2 Dragons have sold. And I do know there's a couple more dragons that are earmarked for sale from Steven. So, listen. The Dragons box is as good, if not better, than the Comic-Con box in sheer value. Now, the Comic-Con box has one-of-a-kind items in it that you're not going to get anywhere else. The dragons being a piece of art in every single one, also one of a kind. But the value, because it is a lower price point, is what makes that phenomenal. It is, trust me, a steal at $150. When you see the work that's in it, you'll understand. Oh, you're welcome, man. Listen, honestly, since I knew before the wedding, I felt like I was keeping a secret from my friends. Even though it's mine, I own it, and it's nobody's business, I choose to advocate, and I choose to talk about it, and I feel better. I slept so well last night. I feel like a load was lifted off my shoulders. Just telling you guys. Hiding it was literally chewing at my soul. Kevin says the dragons have painted art from some fantasy greats. Yeah, something pretty oil painted hers. I believe it's oil paint, and they're unbelievable. 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 Going to have to go back and watch this stream from last night to get oh, Shisa. That's right, Steven. I didn't tell you. Yeah, I'll call you in a little bit. I'm gonna call you. I'll try not to call you while you're eating, but I am gonna call you. Yeah, you'll rather hear it from me. It does, Paul, thank you. But no, honestly, not that I'm just going to call Steven now. I literally, truly don't have anything today, guys. Except for Dangle, who just ordered some baseball. So, those who did see this, BT Dubs saw Bourbon get a walk-off home run with about a $400 to $500 card out of here. Dangle, I hope you get a 101. But Dangle, let's do it. Let me get the official Topps opener. 2022 Clearly Authentic. Baseball. Dangle, are you ready? Oh, you can peek it. Peeky. What is it? Oh, no. I can't see it from this angle. You guys can from that angle. You know, Hellbolt, I love your typo. I want to call him Dongle. It's my big buddy Dongle. All right, Dangle. Blink twice if you're ready. In the words of Palpatine, do it. This would be a black variant rookie out of 75. And being a black variant, it is color matched to the jersey. My dear friend Doan's favorite team, the Pittsburgh Pirates, 73 out of 75. It's not any park, it's Hoy Park. I don't see the H, and I don't see the P. Maybe he goes by JJ or ZJ. ZJ. If you have to ask, you can't afford it. I love that movie. Or it's a ZJ. What's a ZJ? If you have to ask, you can't afford it. Hoy Park will forever be known as ZJ. Oh boy. There you go, Dangle. Hoy Park rookie out of 75. Dangle. Never heard of him. Okay, Google time. Google time. Hoy Park. Hoy-jin Park is a South Korean professional baseball infielder for the Pittsburgh Pirates. He previously played for the New York Yankees. He signed with the Yankees as an international free agent in 14 and made his debut in 2021. Second baseman, 6'1" for the Pirates. Let's see his stats. He's currently batting .201, 20 RBIs, 36 hits, 22 base on balls. Oh, that's his career. Okay. This year he's batting a .216. The minor league Pirates. I see what you did there. Them's are fighting words to Don. You're lucky he is so far away from you. Anybody else want to try their hand at some baseball? By the way, I only have 3 of those boxes left. Just saying. Only 3 left. And then they're gone. We are probably not going to buy another case of those. Oh, Jimmy. Droll, Dangle. Very droll. Unfortunately, very true. I love it. We are one big happy family. I thought the Major League Pirates were the minor league team. For a very long time, the farm team for the Pirates was the Buffalo Bisons. The Buffalo Bisons have been the farm team for the Mets, the Pirates, the Blue Jays, and Yo Mama, if I'm not mistaken. Sometimes my Pirates will be good, and someday. Listen, man, being skinny is overrated. Skinny people don't get to eat whatever they want. Skinny people have to go to the gym before they go out to eat. No hate, Maddie. Just stating facts. I am plump. I do not, although I have been told by my doctor I need to. Steven's like, shots fired. Yeah, but hashtag facts. Yeah, it's true. I'm supposed to go to the gym. I really want to go to the gym because it'll be easier if I'm in shape, but oh, damn, am I lazy. I love my tigers and lions, even if they stink or not. I just wish they hadn't stunk for most of my life. Kevin. You're talking to a Sabres fan and a Bills fan. Sir, I have no sympathy. None. This much. That is the sympathy I have for you. Detroit is like, yeah, I feel your pain. No professional team other than our lacrosse team has ever won any championship ever, unless you count the Bills winning the AFC championship before the merger. The Bills have at least gone to the Super Bowl. That is true. It is true. I will give you that. By all means, if Dylan wants it, by all means, it's all his. Good thing about the Pirates always being bad is tickets are always available and always cheap. The Bills used to be the same way. You can get a Bills ticket for $20. You're not walking in that stadium for less than $100 now. Wait till the new stadium opens. You need a PCL, where it's 100% season tickets, basically, except for end zones. Yeah, it's going to get ugly quick. Have we talked about CMC yet? No. Let me do that. Let's talk about CMC. Let's talk about CMC and the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills reportedly offered the Carolina Panthers a second-round pick in this year's draft, and weren't going to budge on very much more than that due to his health history and the fact that we have Singletary and James Cook waiting in the cut, who he spent a second-round pick on. Originally, it was reported we were turned down because they wanted multiple first-round picks. Unfortunately, that was never going to happen. So they got a 2, a 3, a 4 from 2023, and a 5 from 2024. And if you go by the 2024 points system in the drafting, or 2023 point system for drafting, it is the equivalent of ponying up enough picks for points to cover the 4th overall pick in the draft. So, what does that mean? Is they got a lot of trade value. What will it turn into? That depends on their GM. I loved when the Cubbies were also really bad, and I could go to see the major stars from the visiting teams for fairly cheap. If he can stay healthy, it is a bit of a steal. You are correct. Here is... Oh, it'll be a really low, too, because we're going to win the Super Bowl. It would be the last pick in the second round if we gave it to him. The San Francisco 49ers benefit in more than one way. Trey Lance, when he comes back from his injury, is not going to have to scramble nearly as much as he would have to, and can focus on pushing the ball downfield. And if he can't push it downfield, he can go ahead and pass it off to his running back, who will take it for 10 yards. So it will actually help take the pressure off of a young budding quarterback in Trey Lance. But it absolutely will kill Trey Lance's fantasy value, because most people were banking on his legs for being a lot of the point getters for him, since his arm is a bit suspect this early in his career. CMC will cost $12 million next year unless they restructure. Now the salary cap in the NFL is a myth. It's a farce, because there are loopholes. You can convert salary cap hit into signing bonus. Look what they did for that jerk off in Cleveland. They basically gave him a cash offer so that it wouldn't count against there. Believe me when I say it is almost like baseball. Baseball actually technically has a spending cap. The Yankees figured out a long time ago that the fine for being above the allowed amount to spend, aka the unofficial cap, was only a $10,000 a day fine from MLB. The sale of baseball hats alone almost covered a year's worth of fines in New York City. So the Yankees said, we're just going to disregard that number. We'll pay the fine. Can you imagine having CMC and Debo both lining up? And Ayuk? Believe me, don't sleep on Ayuk. Hillsboro Hops, associated with the D-backs. Just kicking that can down the road. Yeah, basically. The cap in the NFL is about to be as useless as the one in baseball. And once the Yankees had success spending all the money winning championships and blowing off the fine as a small pittance, that's when the Red Sox followed suit and the Astros followed suit, and basically all of baseball followed suit. And yet, to curb it, by heightening the fine for being over the cap, MLB won't touch it, because it's not in the MLB's favor to find the teams an exorbitant amount of money. They'd rather have the dynasty teams that sell tickets than the fine money, so they don't care. The Warriors got a big luxury tax. Yeah, the Warriors earning their name, beating each other up in the preseason as well. I don't follow basketball, but I do follow videos of assault, and they definitely have that. All of baseball followed suit except for the Pirates, because the Pirates owner was too busy spending money on the Penguins. True story. I mean, that's your answer. There you go, Don. Solved it for you. Technically, it was a love tap. That boy, I'm pretty sure, was knocked out and was saved by the wall. I just love that, oh, it happened in practice, so it's no big deal. If that happened on a basketball court in like downtown any city, USA, that guy's going to jail for assault. Probably gonna do time. But if you're rich and you're employed by a sports team, not only can you rub your privates on professional masseuses and get away with it pretty much scot-free, you can knock out your teammate, and it's actually encouraged as competitive behavior. It makes me wish I could be a professional something just so I could get away with being a jerk. Actually, that's not true. I don't have it in me. This is about as big of a jerk as I get. My rants are my weapons. That's all I have. Oh, Dan Snyder, don't get me started. I will get fined. Thanks, Lee. I'm dry drowning now. Yeah, thanks, Lee. Lee says love tap is how I ended up with a kid. Ooh, enter the chat, Lee Cozy. All right, Elbolt, I love you, man. Chuba. I think Chuba's going to be the man. I mean, it should be a fire sale on everybody but DJ Moore. Whew. Whew, goodness gracious. You almost killed me, Lee. He's like, I wait for the right moment to let my presence be known. That was good. Lee, we were just talking about your Necro Dragon and all of the good stuff that is going into the 2 boxes. I got to meet Maria when we were at the San Diego Comic-Con, and I am a big Maria fan. Maria does not pull any punches. Maria goes for the jugular. So I would say if it came down to Lee versus Maria, I am going to put my money on Maria, whipping the daylights out of the Marine Corps Master Lee there. He's like, I'm a big Maria fan too. I saw Maria, and I was like, now I know about everything Lee has ever said about her. I was like, I get it. She's cool. And she is no nonsense. I respect the hell out of that. I'm a big fan of no nonsense. Oh, goodness. All right, so now that Lee's here, we could go. Actually, Lee, we were actually wrapping it up. I didn't have much to do today. Give you an idea about Maria. Angus Oblong told the producer he slept with Maria. Maria told the producer Angus had a tiny thing. Wow, I just read that. You know what? That's where we're going to end tonight. We are going to end on that producer's... Yeah. Goodness gracious. All right, everyone. Like I said, we didn't have much today. I will have more stuff prepared for tomorrow. I am going to break out and do some variations of some sports breaks tomorrow as we get ready for the fun Thursday that's coming next week, where we actually put together all the boxes. So, as usual, and it never changes, I will say it every night, I love each and every one of you. I do. It's true. You should know it by now. Please take care of yourselves and each other so we can do this again tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and all the hours in between. Tomorrow will be some sports. Next week will be some massive breaks. So get excited, get those pre-orders in. You're not going to want to miss these breaks. Take care.